The involvement of the Sukhoi Su-34 Fullback fighter bomber in the war in Ukraine invited controversy, namely that it was superior and capable of launching precision missiles and bombs directly on Ukrainian territory. Although it is not uncommon for this double-seat fighter bomber to crash as a result of an air defense weapon attack. But in fact, the Su-34 has an important role in the Russian Air Force's arsenal, including its production continuing with a number of upgrades. As of April 5, 2024, the Novosibirsk Aircraft Production Association plant has handed over the first batch of Su-34 deliveries to the Russian Air Force this year. The first batch of Su-34 frontline bombers this year was transferred to the Russian Air Force as part of the implementation of the State Defense Order. The aircraft was produced at the Novosibirsk factory after completing the entire factory testing complex. The aircraft has been delivered to the customer, said the press release, as quoted by the Russian news agency, TASS. All factories within the United Aircraft Corporation, UAC, involved in implementing the National Defense Order are not slowing down their production rate. With the first batch of Su-34 frontline bombers, we have started delivering aircraft within the framework of this year's production program. Novosibirsk confidently carries out the tasks assigned to it. The workers at the factory understand how important our technology is today, Rostec quoted UAC head Yuri Slyusar as saying. Rostec added that the Novosibirsk plant is waiting for a new stage in the technical upgrade and re-equipment of production. At the same time, this state-owned company is provided with a stable workload both for the State Defense Order and for promising projects. We plan to attract new employees. This year alone, we need to recruit more than 1,000 production workers and engineering specialists, stressed the state company. Although it was not stated how many aircraft were sent in the first batch on April 5, UAC said that as a frontline combat element in special operations in Ukraine. The Su-34 has received a series of upgrades, including the ability to launch Kinzhal hypersonic ballistic missiles and release guided bombs in normal and thermobaric warhead bomb formations. The Sukhoi Su-34 Fullback is a Russian twin-engine, twin-seat medium-range supersonic bomber/attack aircraft. The aircraft first flew in 1990, and entered service in 2014 with the Russian Air Force. Based on the Sukhoi Su-27 Flanker Air Superiority Fighter, the Su-34 has an armored cockpit with side-by-side seating for its two pilots. The Su-34 is designed primarily for tactical deployment against land and sea targets, tactical bombing/attack/interdiction roles, including against small and moving targets, on single and group missions during the day and night. In favorable and unfavorable weather conditions and in a hostile environment with countermeasures and electronic warfare, EW, deployed. As well as for aerial reconnaissance. The Su-34 was planned to replace the Su-24 tactical fighter and a Tu-22M long-range bomber. The Su-34 had a dismal and protracted start. In the mid-1980s, Sukhoi began developing a new tactical multi-role fighter to replace the swing-wing Su-24, which would include a number of conflicting requirements. Therefore, the Bureau chose the Su-27, which is superior in maneuverability and range, and can carry large payloads, as the basis for the creation of a new fighter-bomber aircraft. The first aircraft built to production standards made its maiden flight on December 28, 1994. The aircraft is equipped with a fire control system, the centerpiece of which is the VO04 passive electronic scanning array radar designed by the Leninets OKB. This aircraft was different enough from previous versions that it was renamed the Su-34. However, at the 1995 Paris Air Show, the aircraft was designated Su-32FN, signaling the aircraft's potential role as a shore-based naval aircraft for the Russian naval aviation. Russia is developing two new versions of this aircraft, one for electronic warfare. The L-700 Tarantula ECM pod can provide electronic protection for a group of aircraft, and another for intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance.